In the top right of the map here on Merry-Go-Round, we have our yellow Terran player. It is MA Plex Fade.
And his opponent in the center bottom of the map. He also spawned as Terran. Our green, other Terran, Printf.
So, a reminder to anybody just tuning in with us right now, this is actually a random versus random match. And so far, Printf's prediction of every match will probably be a mirror match, just 100% correct. So let's see if it stays that way. Looks like Fade's going to get the slightly later scout on this map. It's actually really important when playing against a random player, regardless of whether you are one yourself, to scout what your opponent is up to very quickly, or to pick a strategy which pretty much will do well, at least against two of the races. Very, very aggressive strategy of some kind, and just basically go for it.
So you mean like 2 racks, possibly?
Well, that's definitely one of those, although we can actually see right now, and don't know really just yet if this is going to be traditional 2 racks with a lot of Marines. He is grabbing a gas, so what I'm actually expecting to see here is some Reapers proxy just on the other side of the map. And we'll have to see from here. The thing is, he did not actually send this worker up to check if there was any base up there, so he still is kind of in the dark as to Fade's as to Printf's location. So we're gonna be seeing him probably try to figure that out here. Obviously, if he proxies this here, scouts the wrong location, doesn't do anywhere near as much damage. And yeah, there it is, Fast Reaper. Meanwhile, back in Printf space, it looks like he's got his Marines rallied up to the other locations. So something interesting going on down here as well. Ah, Reaper.
So they are both opening Reaper.
Yes. Now the difference being, of course, I believe this is probably more rush-oriented, what Fade is doing here, than Printf is actually just probably going for standard macro. He did explicitly state that he's not going to cannon rush or Reaper rush this game in order to keep himself down at about Fade's level in terms of skill. So I am very intrigued to see what he'll do once he discovers what his opponent is doing.
Yep, these players are a mismatch in League. Printf, I believe, is Diamond. And Mr. Fade is Plat, right?
Actually, he's Masters, because he typically cannon rushes, and that's how good he is at it at this point.
It looks like Printf pretty much took out Fade's Reaper there. It took a dive off the cliff.
Really hard, and now he's going to actually... Oh, is he not going to see this? Oh, well, he did actually see it on his mini-map. He's just not reacting to it at all. Yeah, he's just letting the Reaper go down to the other side. He keeps hitting E to build a probe, and it's not working.
Yep, as far as we know, Terrans cannot build probes at this time.
So this is an extremely frustrating situation. Printf's micro is more than good enough to keep this Reaper up here for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, at the same time, Fade does have a bunker up now, so he can actually start slowing down this location, which we might see him do here in just a moment. So yeah, he is still poking away at the workers up there. Both players having to macro pretty hard in this situation. I would actually give Printf a little bit of the edge in this situation, just because he's... Never mind, yeah, unless he loses the Reaper. Okay, now he's in a lot of trouble. This is just going to... He's slowing things down here, but I think that Printf probably will be okay. I mean, he's already started to produce Marines. He's going to have a decent number pretty soon. Once he gets up to a certain amount, he can just kind of one-shot these Reapers before they do much.
Right, and behind us he's moving into a factory and getting a second gas, so he's going to have a decent amount of tech compared to Fade here. Fade's also going into factory, actually, but I think that focusing on the front probably is going to put him a little behind.
Now, he is able to at least shut down this location, prevent the picking up of this... not paying attention! Picking up of this command center here. So this bunker is basically providing an issue for Printf for just a little bit longer. Soon, though, he'll have more than enough Marines to actually just shoot that down. In the meantime, the question is, of course, what are they going to do with these factories? So far, we have a reactor popping up on one of them. The other's still doing nothing. But it looks like Printf is actually going down to grab bio upgrades. So some kind of drop play as a follow-up to this.
Right, and Fade is moving into Starport himself. So, mirror matchup.
kinda actually seeing some very large similarities here, and this is a good move from Fade to get this guy back here, try and scout what's going on. Huge pool of workers, not going to actually trap the Reaper, but he does discover the starport and the react and the factory, and he gets out of that location. I actually expected him to get trapped in there pretty hard,
His Marines are
but
going to try and cut him off.
the Reaper, almost makes it out.
Went down.
Just slightly the wrong angle. But the important thing is that he did get all that information. And honestly, this is a lot for him to work with right now. The only tricky thing going forward from here, though, is that even though they may be in a similar place as far as tech is concerned, Printf has a basically constructed base that he can now mine from, whereas Fade has only just started his expansion.
Right.
So the ball's on Fade's court to actually get something to happen here.
Well, Fade's kind of down a barracks, too. Well, never mind. I was going to say the proxy barracks is actually inactive right now. He's not building anything, but he just queued up about 3 or 4 Marines. So he's really going to try and make this work, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. This bunker's going to go down. He's going to lose the Reaper and the SCV. SCV escapes.
SCV's going to get out of here. I mean, unless if he had stim, he could actually run it down, but otherwise its foot speed will actually just get it away. But okay, so we're looking at an interesting position right here. Oh, now that is a good choice here from Fade. Looks like he's decided to go down the Banshee route. So far, Printf is not really saving up too much in the way of scans, so you may be able to find a little hole to get some damage done with this.
Is this do you think this is a really good idea, considering the number of Marines that Printf is putting out right now?
Well, yes. Even so in this situation, just because they're all specifically located at the front. I think an important thing in this situation, though, is to actually just run forward and check the location of the army and then go somewhere else with the Banshee. Now, if he just charges straight in with it, it's not going to end so great. In fact, he's going to come up here. He's going to see this medevac flying off.
Did he catch it?
I don't know. We have a... What is that? Okay. We have a barracks floating into the base. And the Banshee comes down here to discover the attempt at a third. Whole army's repositioning.
The barracks is outside of the vision, so...
No scan. Wait. No, he does have enough energy on the other orbital, so... Fade's going to basically have to operate within that assumption right now. He hasn't seen both bases, so he doesn't know how much energy is there. Here comes the scan, and he does get the Banshee.
Banshee's gone. He did find this barracks, so this will definitely going to get destroyed. So, Printf is...
Oh, there's the drop going down the main of Fade right now. Doing a lot of damage with this. There really isn't much to work with other than a couple Hellions to help out with this. He's losing a lot of workers and about half of that drop. So Fade's basically saying, I'm dead, GG.
It was probably a smart move, considering that he did catch him off guard with that. So, it turns out he didn't see that with those 2 Marines up front.
And pretty much in that situation, when your opponent's got into a second base like that, you really only have 2 risky 1-base plays that you can attempt. And if both don't work, yeah, you're pretty far behind.